Good morning, students. Today I am here with third part of chapter Political Parties. As in previous video, we discussed about the criteria of national party and regional party. This is decided by Election Commission. So now we are going to study about the national parties of India. As you know well, national parties are those parties who contest election all over the country and want to form government in center, that is called Government of India, that is called national party. As already we discussed about the regional party are those parties those who want only to form government in their region. The first and oldest national party of India, that is called Indian National Congress, INC. It is popularly known as Congress Party. It is among the oldest party of the world. It was founded in 1885 by retired British officer A.O. Hume. And this party played a dominant role in Indian politics at the national and state level for several decades after India's independence. Under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the party sought to build a modern secular democratic republic in India, ruling party at the center till 1977. Indian National Congress party ruled over in India after independence up to 1977, and first time in 1977 it defeated. Again in 1980 and 1989 it came into power, but its support declined. It came into power as a coalition government. You know what is the coalition government, where more than one political parties come together and form government, that is called coalition government. Basically, it is a centrist party, neither leftist nor rightist. In its ideological orientation, the party emphasizes secularism and welfare of weaker section and minorities, supports new economic reforms, but with a human face emerged as the largest party with 145 members of the Lok Sabha election in 2004. Currently leads the ruling United Progressive Alliance coalition government at the center. Not currently, but it was 2004. Currently, Congress is not in good position. So for a long time, Congress ruled over India, but presently Congress lost its ground. The another political party, that is called Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. Basically, it founded in 1980. Before 1980, BJP was known as Jan Sangh. But in 1980, it became Bharatiya Janata Party. It wanted to build a strong modern India by drawing inspiration from India's ancient culture and values. Cultural nationalism or Hindutva is an important element in its conception of Indian nationhood and politics. It wants full territorial and political integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India uniform civil code for all people living in country irrespective of religion and ban of religious conversion. Its support base increased substantially in 1990s, earlier limited to north and west and to be urban areas. The party expanded its support in the southeast, the northeast and to rural area. First time it came into power in 1998. Atal Bihari was the first Prime Minister of Bharatiya Janata Party. It came into power by the name of National Democratic Alliance. It was a alliance of many political parties, and Bharatiya Janata Party was in majority that party. So it came to be known as NDA, National Democratic Alliance. So under the National Democratic Alliance in 2004, by 1998, but in 2004, BJP again lost the majority from the country. But presently, BJP is in majority in our country and ruling over the country. The another party, that is the Bahujan Samaj Party, but now it's lost its national party designation according to the criteria of Election Commission, because 4 MPs are essential and 6% voters should be all over the country. But presently the Baspa, Bahujan Samaj Party, is not fulfilling the norms of national party, but once upon a time it got 19 seats and became the national party. Basically this party formed in 1984 by Mr. Kashiram. He was a leader of scheduled caste and tribal. Bahujan Samaj. It included the Dalit, Adivasi, OBC and religious minorities. Basically, the whole of this party in Uttar Pradesh. The idea and the teaching of the Sahu Maharaj, Mahatma Phule, Periyar, Ramaswamy, Naikar and Baba Saheb Ambedkar. These were the great leader of Dalits, those who worked for the upliftment of Dalits. Okay, Dalits are oppressed people. It has its main base in the state of UP. Mostly these are in UP. And substantial presence in neighboring states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Punjab. But presently, this party is not the nationalist party. The another party that is called the Communist Party of India, Marxist. Basically, this is the leftist party and founded in 1964. They believe in the theory of Marx, Lenin and support socialism, secularism and democracy and oppose imperialism and communalism. It enjoys strong support in West Bengal, Kerala and Tripura, especially among the poor, factory workers, farmers, agricultural laborers and the intelligentsia. Critical of the new economic policy that allow free flow of foreign capital and goods into the country has been in power in West Bengal without break for 30 years. So these communist CPI ruled over West Bengal for 30 years under the leadership of Jyoti Basu. But later on, presently the communist system is not more in West Bengal. There is the TMC, Trinamool Congress, under the Mamata Banerjee. Presently she is ruling. So this communist party got 43 seats in 2004. It was a tremendous development, a big achievement. And they joined UPA government, which was led by Congress, United Progressive Alliance. It was a coalition government. In election of 2004, it was a peak point of Communist Party when it achieved 43 seats in Lok Sabha and joined UPA. कांग्रेस की जो alliance था UPA, United Progressive Alliance को join किया. Currently support the UPA government from outside without joining the government. They did not join the government from outside. They supported to UPA government. Then comes the Communist Party of India. Another party of this Communist Party that is called CPIM. एक तो हो गया इसकी CPIM, Communist Party of Marxist, Communist Party of India Marxist, and another party Communist Party of India CPI. It formed in 1925. It believed in the theory of Marx, Lenin, secularism and democracy. It opposed the forces of succession and communalism, accept parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of the working class. Farmers and the poor became weak after the split in the country in 1964 to lead the formation of the CPI. Significant presence in the state of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra and Tamil Nadu. Presently only in Kerala there is the communist government in India, and the rest of state there is no communist government. In the election of 2004, this Communist Party also got 10 seats. And they also supported to UPA government. UPA was a Congress-led coalition government. In 2004, Communist Party of India got 10 posts and joined UPA. And presently the Communist government is only in Kerala. Another party, national party, that is called National Congress Party, NCP. It was formed by Sharad Pawar. He was a Congress leader of Maharashtra. So in 1999 followed a split in the Congress party. Post-democracy, Gandhi, secularism, equity, social justice and federalism want that high office in government be confined to natural born citizen of the country. A major party in Maharashtra and has a significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur and Assam. A coalition partner in the state of Maharashtra in alliance with the Congress. Since 2004, a member of the United Progressive Alliance. So Nationalist Congress Party, NCP, it split from Congress in 1999 and led by Sharad Pawar. And presently they are the partner of Mumbai government, Maharashtra government. So these are the national parties of our country. Basic main party Congress, BJP, Communist Party, Communist Party of India Marxist CPI and Communist Party of India CPI and Nationalist Congress Party. Then comes the state party. State parties are those parties, they are also known as the regional party, those who want to contest election only in their concerned state. So other than these six parties, most of the major parties of the country are classified by the Election Commission as state party, because the classification of parties is made by Election Commission according to the criteria. So these are commonly referred to as the regional parties. The state parties are also known as the regional parties. Yet these parties need not be regional in their ideology or outlook. Some of these parties are all India parties that happen to have succeeded only in some states. Among them, few parties are in the level of national party, but they are not meeting to the criteria of Election Commission, like Samajwadi Party, Shamta Party, and Rajad, Rashtriya Janata Dal, that have the national level political organization and units in several states. Some of these parties, like Biju Janata Dal in Odisha, Sikkim Democratic Front, and Mizo National Front, are conscious about this state identity. So these parties' agenda is also like the national party, but because of they are not meeting the criteria of Election Commission, like the Samajwadi Party, Samta Party, Rashtriya Janata Dal, and Biju Janata Dal, Sikkim Democratic Front. The organization of these parties is also in national level, but they are not meeting to the criteria of Election Commission. That is why these parties are regional parties. Over the last 3 decades, the number and strength of these parties has expanded. This made the Parliament of India politically more and more diverse. So since the last 30 years, there is no government, no political party getting in majority. Because to form the government, a political party required 272 MPs. But after 1990, no political party is getting 272 seats. As a result, a coalition government is coming into power. Under the coalition government, many regional party coming as an alliance with the national party and forming the government. So we are observing since the last 30 years, these regional parties are being more powerful because they are the partner of government. No one national party is able to secure its own majority in Lok Sabha. As a result, the national parties are compelled to form alliance with these state parties. So when national parties are not getting majority in center, ultimately they are making alliance with these regional parties and state party. Nearly every one of the state party has got an opportunity to be a part of one of the other national coalition government. This has contributed to the strengthening of federalism and democracy in our country. So as a result of what happening, the regional party, they are also ruling over the country as a coalition government. So these are the national parties. As far we are concerned about the political parties, no doubt there is a lot of corruption. Anyway, that we are coming to the topic, what are the challenges to political parties? As you know, the political parties play very important role in a democracy because they contest the election and form government and run government. But before the political party, there are a lot of challenges. What are the problems before the political party? As we have seen how crucial political parties are for the working of democracy, since parties are the most visible face of a democracy. And democracy, people do not know to the government, but people know to the political party. That is why political party are most visible institution in a democracy. It is natural that people blame parties for whatever is wrong with the working of the democracy. If something is wrong in a country, people not blame to government, people blame to political parties, because political party is the most visible institution in a democracy. In a rural area, people do not know about the government, he do not know about the constitution, but he knows about the political parties. That is why political parties are most visible institution in a democracy. All over the world, people express strong dissatisfaction with the failure of the political party to perform their functions well. So mostly people all over the world criticize to the political parties. Even you can see in the public domain, people generally criticize to the political parties. We have the democracy and everybody have right to criticize. This is the in case of our country. Too popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on 4 problems area in the working of political party. Political parties need to face and overcome these challenges in order to remain effective instrument in democracy. So what are the basic problems before the political party? The first challenge, lack of internal democracy. In a political party, there is no democracy. first problem of the what are the challenge and what is the problem of political party? Please note down first problem, that is lack of internal democracy within parties. All over the world, there is a tendency in political party towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. For example, you see in our country, Congress is the national party. Sonia Gandhi is the president of Indian National Congress, and she control all power. The same thing goes to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Power are in the hand of top leaders. There is no democracy under the political parties. This is the first problem. Parties do not keep membership registers, do not hold organizational meeting, and do not conduct internal election regularly. In the organization, party organization, they are not maintaining proper register, proper registrations, and they are not conducting election inside the party to elect the party members. Who will be the president of party? Who will be the secretary of party? They are not holding election. Only the top leader are getting this post. Ordinary member of the party do not get sufficient information what happens inside the party. The ordinary member, those who are the active member, they do not know what happening in the party because the top leader is deciding all the points. They do not have the means of the connections needed to influence the decision. As a result, the leaders assume greater power to make decision in the name of the party. So important decisions are taken by the top leaders. So there is lack of internal democracy in the party, first challenge. Because whenever it is a party organization, the president, the secretary, and the top post of the parties are given to the top leader. Ordinary member and active member, they do not have any role. There is no democracy inside the political party, no election, the top leader are being appointed as the chief. This is the first problem. What it is? Lack of internal democracy. The second challenge of democracy, that is called dynastic succession here. Dynastic succession means generation to generation. It related to the first one, since most political parties do not practice open and transparent procedure for their functioning. There are very few ways for an ordinary worker to rise to the top in the party. Dynastic succession means in the politics only the relative of political leader contest election. You can see, like, I should not say, but it happens in Congress. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, then Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and Rahul Gandhi. They are having the top post. So this is called dynastic succession. The same thing goes to the Bharatiya Janata Party also. The political leaders generally give ticket to their children. जितने भी टॉप पॉलिटिकल लीडर हैं अपने बच्चों को ही फॉरवर्ड करते हैं, आगे लाते हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड डायनेस्टिक सक्सेशन, राइट. The another problem of political party is the dynastic succession. Only the relatives of top leader are getting good posts in politics. Only they are contesting election because they are getting ticket from the party. This is the second problem of political party, that is dynastic succession. In this condition, the party workers, those who are genuinely working and honestly working for the party, they never get any chance to promote. उनको आगे बढ़ने का कोई मौका नहीं मिलता. And third challenge is the growing role of money and muscle power. That is the third problem. Only those candidates are contesting and winning election, those who have money power and those who have muscle power. Because during the election, after a lot of restriction, they are using a lot of money. They are distributing money among the poor people and getting vote, money power and muscle power in many area. By force they are getting the election. So the third problem of political party, money and muscle power, it is fully dominant. The people, those who have money, they can win the election because of the money. Because at the last moment they are distributing money among the poor people. The poor person do not know about democracy, do not know about the government, and they are casting vote only the person who is giving them money. The muscle, and then the muscle power. Mafia जिनको आप कहते हैं, by force they are getting votes. So this is the third problem. And fourth, meaningful choice. Parties do not seem to offer a meaningful choice. There is no meaningful choice. All leaders are almost same. There are no any dynamic leader. The motto, the agenda, and the manifesto of all political parties is almost the same. That is why when a voter goes to cast a vote, there is no meaningful choice. So these are the four problems of political parties, and these are four challenges of political parties. First, lack of internal democracy. Second, dynastic succession. Third, money and muscles power. And fourth, there is no meaningful choice. So these are basic problems before the political parties. So dear, rest we will discuss in next video. By that time, please once you read it, thank you.